and welcome to the Dackman Productions Studios. Today we have a different type of video than what I normally do. You always see me going to train shows or going to clubs and truck shows, whatever have you, and always a positive experience. Today we're going to focus on showing you guys an O-gauge collection that is up for sale as a lot only, and hoping that it finds at least somebody who's interested to buy it and resell it to those who may want it. I wasn't quite sure how to start this story, which is also first, because I always have plans, but I guess the best way to start the story is from the beginning. So my cousin contacted me and she said that her husband's friend had passed away and he had this train collection, and this friend of his has a brother who was needing some help to try and sell it as a lot. And if I would go there and look at it and see at least what it was worth and what he had. So I agreed to that. I mean, it's like, wow, trains, be cool to just go and see what this guy had. So I showed up to the house and it was a beautiful display. Now stay tuned, because I do have video and pictures to show in this video, in hopes that somebody out there will make an offer and grab this collection. I'm just going to say this right off the bat. This collection, he is not interested in, splitting up. It's got to be all bought as one lot. So I'm admiring this layout, and then, the brother told me the story about the guy who owned it, and I didn't know the guy who owned it. Kind of surprised, because he was like, oh, he lives an hour away. So it kind of like hit hard a little bit, because even though I didn't know this person, the way that the brother was describing him, his brother who passed away, we had a lot in common. It's like, wow, it's like the guy is just about describing me. So there's a saying that goes, don't ask a question if you don't think you're going to like the answer. But innocently enough, I looked at the brother and I asked him, I says, are you not into trains too? And he hit me with something that I had to take a deeper look at myself. And he says, when my brother invited me to look at these trains, I looked at them and I said, they're kind of neat, but I think you're absolutely insane and crazy to have spent that kind of money on these trains. And he said, I have no interest in them at all. I just want to, make sure to go to somebody else that will enjoy them, and I want to move on. He goes, I'll leave you alone. You can shoot video and photos however you want. And he left me there, and I had to reflect on myself a little bit. And I had to think, hey, do people look at me like I'm insane and crazy? Because this guy spent $30,000 to build this wonderful layout and have these trains. That's what the total expenditures, because this guy kept every receipt. Everything that he did that I'm going to show you totaled up to $30,000. And so I'm like, but that's only a fraction of what I have. What would people think about me? And when people think that I'm crazy and I'm insane, and then suddenly, bam, I had to smack myself around like, wait a minute here. If I'm crazy and insane for spending money on trains, then guess what? I'm not alone. Because every person who goes to the train show, every person that I have met at the train clubs, we're all in the same boat with me. We're all crazy and insane. It's like, we're all in it together. I have an O-Gauge community to talk to. So, and I'm so glad that I belong to an O-Gauge community, because, you know, that's what makes this whole hobby for me. So I wanted to give a little bit of backstory of this collection. The collection is located in the Buna area of South Jersey, and that's about all the specifics I'm going to give. If you're really interested, you can contact me at the email in the description of this video, or you can send me a message through YouTube, however you want to do it. But without further ado, let's go visit this layout, and I hope that somebody out there makes them a good offer. Alright, so we are looking at a collection today. I was asked by my cousin if I could help out with this collection. I had no idea that he even had this. So we're going to look at this today and see what we got. Alright, so let's start out front with the controls. Looks like we got old-fashioned controls, a couple Rail King traffic lights, old throw switches, got an Lionel transformer. I thought this was ZW, but I don't think it is. I think this is the one that uses the 280 or the 2 bricks. There's a TW. I looked at this locomotive and it's TMCC. We do have where he put the cab numbers of the locomotives that he has. So got that going. Now I got permission to film this in case somebody was looking to basically they're looking for somebody to buy this as a lot or a collection. So if that interests you, let me know. Got a MTH building here. Looks like mostly MTH buildings. Subway set. Everything looks to be semi-scale. Got some old school stuff mixed in with he's got cars in here he added lights to. Pretty cool stuff. Using the Lionel tubular track. The subway set is semi-scale, pretty sure. locomotive. Trying to go slow so you guys can see everything here. So I'm just trying to help out. It's unfortunate when you lose a family member, and it's hard enough when that happens, and now you have to deal with selling the stuff. And if you're not a trained person, I know it can be frustrating, so I'm here to help them out and try and sell this, because they're not going to keep any of this. They're going to clean the house out. They're going to sell it, so everything has to go. I thought it would also be kind of cool to document, because the guy did such a wonderful job. So wanted to document this as well. And we'll go through the boxes, because unlike most people, he did keep the boxes. So that's a plus. So there you have RDC cars. As you can see, they are running. Looks like he's got the watchtower activated by an IR sensor. Yep. Pretty cool. Huh. So like I said, it's a mix of both old school technology and new technology. Got semaphores it is. Got a Lionel Trains dealer sign. Got photos here. I do recognize that store. Trains and Things, no relation to the one in Ewing. There was actually Trains and Things here in Vineland, owned by Ralph. Ralph had a body shop. Ralph retired, sold it to Bob Dwyer, who basically moved it to Alloway, became Alloway Trains and Things, and then Bob actually retired as well, so we no longer have that store around in my area. Now, I already let him know that probably nobody's going to want to take the layout base itself. Anybody who's going to come in is going to want to make an offer on just buying the trains, the track, transformers, and lights. But there you guys go. It looks to be a Plasticville house. So again, he's got a mix of old and new, old school, new school cars. Now I know it's going to be hard to tell in the video. Hopefully the video is good enough to see what he got. And hopefully somebody's interested in buying it to resell, because they do need to empty the house and sell the house. Unfortunately, that's just the way it goes, and that's life. And now, he is not looking to piece anything out. So, if you're looking for something, you see one thing here, that's not going to work. Got to buy the whole entire thing, is a lot. I did talk to him about pricing and the way prices go and what to expect. Because, yeah, I mean, we spend lots of money on our trains, but at the end of the day, when something happens to us, they're not going to be worth what we bought them for. That's for sure. For the most part. Unless there's something super rare, like if you have a Lionel pre-war Blue Common or something like that. Okay, yeah, you got yourself something there.